Ian,
Yes, Pat.
can you feel the love tonight?
Sort of. So Aladdin and Lion King are getting a physical release by Limited Run Games. And it's a huge pack that's almost all-inclusive that covers these games from the 16-bit era. So before we get started, the list of games that's going to be included on the Disney Classic Games Aladdin and Lion King pack.
Woo!
It's going to be quite a bit. So as of now, Aladdin Genesis version, Aladdin Game Boy version, which includes the Super Game Boy version, Disney's Aladdin Final Cut. I don't know what that is. They don't apparently either.
That's the ultra-violent Aladdin version?
Disney's Aladdin Trade Show demo. That's pretty cool. The Lion King Genesis version, Lion King Super Nintendo version, and Lion King Game Boy version. So
Okay.
that's a big lineup. The one thing missing that everyone immediately points out is the Super Nintendo version of Aladdin is not included. It says here that perhaps that may not be final, but I'm sure we'll see. That one was created by Shinji Mikami, the guy who created Resident Evil, and it was a Capcom game, unlike these ones. These ones weren't Capcom games. I believe these are Virgin Interactive.
Gotcha. So they'd have to go to Capcom to get the rights for the
Yes.
Super Nintendo one, and they'd probably say, well, this might not be worth doing.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure those are Virgin Interactive.
Oh, and unfortunately, those are different games. They're not just like ports of one.
Yeah,
another.
they're very different.
So that to some people may not be a deal breaker, but it's like,
I think more people like the Super Nintendo version of Aladdin. I love the Genesis version. People give me shit for that all the time. But,
really, from what I hear, the Genesis one is fine. I don't think I played the Genesis one, but
it's good. I enjoy it. So yeah, that missing is unfortunate, but I think it's cool that it's got the demos. It's got the Super Game Boy enhancements in addition to just the regular Game Boy versions. It also does not have, and I kind of forgot that these existed, but it's worth noting, it does not have the Game Gear versions of Aladdin or the Lion King either.
doesn't have the NES versions.
Yeah. Well, Aladdin didn't get one, and Lion King. Was Lion King here, or was that European only?
Lion King was European only.
Okay, yeah, so it doesn't have anything. All the ones that were in the U.S. are here, except for Super.
The NES Lion King is miserable.
Yes.
It's like tries to be a port of the Super Nintendo game, and it's so short. There's like half the levels, not even. So that's not a loss at all. No one wants to play that game.
Right. So that's going to have a bunch of additions to it as well, in terms of the usual sprucing up that you see now on these retro game collections. It's going to have upscaled graphics. You don't have to use it, but you can have upscaled graphics. There's going to be filters.
Did you just say there wasn't an NES Aladdin game?
Not in the U.S.
Oh, okay, but there still was one, so it should.
Sure, I was talking about.
Yeah.
I mean.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So filters, scan lines, and then a interactive game viewer, which they did something like this on the SNK 40th anniversary. You can watch a playthrough of the game and jump into the game whenever you want. So
That's a great idea.
Yeah. A rewind feature, a museum, art gallery, and music player. So it's gonna have all the bells and whistles, and it's coming out October 29th, 2019. So the likelihood of that Super Nintendo one getting in there is pretty slim, but I do not know what Aladdin Director's Cut is.
Okay, so it's coming to Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And you said there's going to be a limited run physical version?
Yes.
Okay. Well, they have the Disney deal now, so limited run could do these properties. So that's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. Is it on their website yet for limited run?
It is.
Let's see.
Jeez.
Are you?
I thought it was.
All right. Well, I don't think I see it yet, but there's so much things on their website now; it's hard to find. Lion King, is it on their site? No results. Okay. Well, there'll probably be a limited run release.
Yeah, I mean, they show a physical package.
They do.
In the. I thought there was. Anyways,
I was
it's
gonna
being
say-
done by Digital Eclipse.
I was gonna say I don't see a limited run on the site, so I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
maybe not.
Okay, but it's gonna be a physical release. Okay, we know that. Okay. Yeah, because something like this, wouldn't be a limited run. This you could sell a ton of. This you can sell 1,000,000 of these.
Yeah, well, Digital Eclipse is doing it too, so I guess it's not.
Okay. All right, we're correct.
All right, my bad.
We don't want all our points to be invalidated because we got the one wrong. We don't want to Tommy this topic.
Yeah,
we don't want to do that here. So, do you think this is good enough just to have 2 games? Because these are like the 2 bigger Super Nintendo ones. You don't care about the other minor ones.
I think with all the ports that they're putting in there, all the different versions, I think it's
a good value.
Yeah,
it's a value
for $30. I'd say so.
$30?
Yeah, I think that's what it said at the bottom.
Ooh, I think they're getting. I think this would be a $25 sweet spot, $20, but $30, sure for
you. Weirdly underpriced things.
Well, I mean,
that's about normal.
1, 2, 3. Oh, you get the Aladdin trade show demo. That's pretty cool. The trade show demo.
I mentioned that.
1, 2. Was ignoring you. 1, 2, 3.
I can tell.
4, 5, 6. Basically six versions of games. If I remember, the NES Aladdin's actually pretty good. It's not miserable like the Lion King one there. So yeah, you don't get like the Jungle Book games that came out around same time. You don't get those. You don't get like some of the other minor characters. You don't get Little Mermaid on there. Maybe they could have shoved Little Mermaid in here, if they wanted to. But since it didn't have a Super Nintendo version, I guess why not? Why do it? They wanted to start with just Super Nintendo and Genesis, basically, 16-bit. Wait, was there Little Mermaid on Genesis?
There was.
Oh, so
different company.
But different company.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You're talking all different companies at
that
this point.
Okay. So this is the Virgin games. Virgin. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, yeah, this would be a cool thing to pick up if you're into those games. Sure.